Hi, my name is Brad Rosley. As you may know, I'm a certified financial planner, and my goal is to help people like you figure out how to manage your money successfully. Today's topic is all going to be about how to pay for college. More importantly, how to save a lot of money on college tuition. I spend a lot of time in my practice helping people save money so they can afford tuition, but what about once you get to have your kids being actually college aged? I've got 3 kids. One's 20 at DePaul University, one is 19 at University of Minnesota, and my youngest is a senior in high school, going to be going to Colorado State in the fall. 3 good schools. I'm going to have 3 in school at one time, and I'm not stressing about it. Good planning helped a lot. So how do we save money when it comes to school tuition? Well, I'm going to give you 5 ideas today. The last one is probably the most unique idea that I hope you stick around to hear, because it saved me thousands and thousands of dollars each year. Idea number 1 is pretty simple. Have your child, if they can, take advanced placement courses in high school, AP, advanced placement courses. Now, I wouldn't necessarily overload them with those, because I think high school has been made to be far too stressful for most kids as it is. But if they can take a few classes in high school and the cost of taking the AP test is $75, and they happen to score well enough on that test, you could be paying $75 for a test as compared to $3,000 for 3 or 4 college credits. So it may be very well worth it. Certainly, if your main goal is to save on college money, having your child take and pass AP tests in high school is very, very, very valuable. My second idea is, and this is not available for everybody, it's not available here where I live, but my sister out in the city of Seattle area in Washington, she's had her kids take classes at local community colleges. And these classes, fortunately, are counted as dual credit. So while they're in high school, they're taking a class or 2 from the community college and getting credit both for high school, so they get their diploma, of course, but they also get college credit. Now, the high schools, a lot of them don't like this. Why would they resist that? Well, if you have enough people taking these classes from the community college rather than from the high school, then they don't need so many high school teachers. They're not going to be excited about that in many cases. So that's been the roadblock there. But you should certainly check in with your local community college or your local high school and see if they will accept any classes from that local college. Again, it saves you quite a bit of money. Every class you save, because you either take it through an AP class test and you test out of it, or you do a dual credit course, saves you a ton of money from your 4-year school. My third idea is obviously one. It's a very obvious one. You go to junior college, whether it be summer school or for the whole semester or for the whole year or 2. At our local school in Illinois, you can do what's called a 3-in-1 program and take 3 years at the local community college, College of DuPage, and then go for 1 year at University of Illinois, and you have your degree from University of Illinois at a fraction of the cost compared to what you'd go there for 4 years. My kids are all taking summer school at the local community college while they're taking school classes at their 4-year schools. 1 or 2 college courses that will easily transfer in from their community college into their 4-year school. There's a free website called Transferology that you can go on, and you simply will type in the course at the 4-year school, and you can enter that course and hit search, and it will search the whole universe of community colleges and other colleges that offer a course that they will accept to transfer in. There literally might be 300 schools that offer a Western Civ or history class that will transfer in and be accepted at their 4-year school. So you don't have to just go to your own little local community college. You can go to an out-of-state school and get a 3-hour credit online, by the way, which the kids, most of them, find to be very easy, and get credit for it. What does a junior college class cost? Well, in my area, it's about $150 per credit hour. So a 3-hour class is about $450 with books. Call it $500. $500 to take an online class or in school class at the community college. Compare that with a university course at a 4-year school, it can easily cost you $2,000 for a credit hour. I'm sorry, $1,000 a credit hour, probably $3,000 to $4,000 for a 3 or 4 hour class. Okay, So let me give you a real example, or another example in a minute. Go to in-state college, number 4. Point number 4. Go to in-state school as compared to out-of-state. No surprise there, in-state schools generally charge far less than out-of-state schools. I'll give you a couple examples. As I said, my youngest daughter's going away in the fall. She's going to Colorado State. Well, for out-of-state students, the tuition for 1 year is $29,000 roughly. If she lived in Colorado, the tuition's only $11,500. What a huge difference. The University of Iowa is another example I pulled out. Why? Because I went to school there. Today, University of Iowa, for out-of-state students, also cost about $29,000 for tuition for the year. Well, if you happen to live in Iowa, they only charge $11,500 for tuition. Humongous savings. Unfortunately, many schools have made it much more difficult for you to go out of state and live there and get residency. So make sure you check thoroughly with your out-of-state school, if that's where your child's going, to figure out what their residency requirements are. Of course, you can stay in the state where you live and get the in-state rates as well. On to number 5, and this is the biggie. This is the one that I don't think a lot of colleges really want you to take advantage of. And I'm doing this with my kids. Your child's dead set on going to the 4-year school in or out of state. It's going to be expensive. They want to get the 4-year experience, and you're on board with that. How can you save money? Well, the way I've done it is, while they're at the 4-year school, most colleges have what they call a full-time rate. The full-time rate is, for example, if you go for 12 credit hours or more in a semester or a quarter, you pay the flat full-time rate. For example, my son goes to DePaul. DePaul's on quarters, so basically there's 3 quarters plus the summer each year. The quarterly cost at DePaul, which is a private institution which does not differentiate between in-state and out-of-state, is $13,000 a quarter. So here's what we did. My son took 2 classes in the fall from DePaul. That made him a part-time student, so he didn't have to pay the $13,000. When you're a part-time student at these universities, you usually pay per credit hour. Well, the credit hour cost at DePaul was $630 per credit. They were both full credit classes. 4 plus 4 is 8 credits. 8 credits times $630 a credit, about $5,000 for those 2 classes. Now, he still wants to be a full-time student, meaning he needs to take 2 more classes. Well, we conveniently signed him up at College of DuPage, our local community college where we live. He got resident rates at the community college. Took a Western Civ course, which is a history course. Took a communications course. Both courses cost about $500 each. He took them online while he was living downtown Chicago going to DePaul. So the 2 courses he took at the community college cost a total of $1,000. The 2 courses he took at DePaul cost $5,000 total. $5,000 plus $1,000, $6,000 was the cost for tuition. That compares to the $13,000 for 4 classes all took at DePaul. I just saved $7,000 that quarter. $7,000. If I did that every quarter, I'd save $7,000 times 3 quarters, $21,000 a year. It's a lot of money. Now this works especially well in the first 2 years of their college. Why? Because you probably want to say it's okay to take the kind of the basic courses that everybody has to take, the English courses, the communication courses, the history courses, other ones that are core classes but not necessarily part of your major. So when you go and do the major courses, you may choose to opt in and go full-time at the full-year university. You may not. I guess it depends on your goals. But I wanted my son to get to do his major in finances, where he's going to do it in, and get all the business classes done there. But for 2 years at different schools, you can take advantage of this and feel very good about it. The same's going to happen with my daughter. My one daughter is at Minnesota. She took AP classes. We found out after the fact she qualified for 14 credit hours at Minnesota. That's basically a semester. You're supposed to take 15 credit hours every semester to graduate in 4 years. She's already 1 semester ahead. Well, add to that, she's going to take 2 classes this summer at the local community college for $1,000 total. Okay, and those are going to transfer in. We've already checked to make sure. She'll take 2 more the following summer, 1 other class along the way, and she's going to graduate in 3 years. That's going to save $40,000 between the tuition, books, living expenses, room and board, all those things. Save 40 grand. The same will probably happen with my other daughter at Colorado State. And my son's also saved a bunch of money. So this is my main tip. We have a number of tips here. You can also read about this on my blog. You can go to bradrosley.com and see all my blog posts on a number of different topics. I hope you give my video a like and subscribe to this YouTube page so you'll get this channel going forward when I post other videos. Also, you can share this with other people. Thanks a lot for listening. Have a great day and good luck preparing with college.